Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Cindy. So today I have the envelope bag tutorial that I promised you. So I tried to get the measurements, but I could never get them the way I did them before. So I just got the measurements that I thought it worked best. So I pretty much went off from this pack. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but as you can see, the one I made is a little bit bigger than the yellow envelope. But the reason for that is because this yellow envelope is a little bit small to me sometimes. Sometimes I want it a little bit bigger, just enough to squeeze a little extra things into the bag. So first you need double-sided tape, a ruler, scissors. You do need like a paper cutter, like for like this. You need to cut the paper, but you can always use your scissors. You need a ruler, pencil, a paper trimmer, your Martha Stewart score punch, and bubble wrap. Okay? So first, what I did, I already cut my piece of paper. So what I did here, I cut it by 16 inches by 12 inches. 16 by 12 inches. Okay, so these are just my measurements. You can always alter them. So what I like to do, since I do not know how to cut perfect, I'm gonna trim a little bit on the edges just to make sure when I put it together they're decently straight. As you can see, this piece of paper goes from thick to thin. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Don't cut off too much because you don't want your envelope too small. So again, it's 16.5 by 12 inches. Okay. Oh, I hate when it gets stuck under there. Okay. Now from here, what I like to do, since it's already straight on the sides, I like to score at 1 inch. Of course, you can do it 1/4 of an inch, but that's just your preference. So here, I'm going to score 1 inch. Okay. So now we're going to fold it. So from there, okay, sorry. So from where you fold it, you're gonna grab the other side of the paper and you're gonna bring it up to that line, up to that folded line that you just made, as close as possible as you can. It's okay if it's not perfect, because I can never get this thing right. And then we're just gonna press it down on the other side. Let me see if I can do this better. But again, like I said, you can always alter it. Like this. So that way, when you close it, when you put double-sided tape, you can close it like that, and it has a nice, clean finish at the end. Okay, so we do that. Now that it's folded, you're gonna get your paper trimmer again, and you're gonna trim a little bit on the ends. The reason for this is that you want it a little bit straight too. So I'm just gonna trim a little bit from the top just to make it look straight, just to make sure that it's straight. From the top and bottom, okay? Oops. That's why we cut it a little bit bigger, just so that we can cut these extra pieces. So you see how it was crooked, it gets thicker and thinner. So from here, now that our little baggie is decently straight enough, we can go ahead and score, which I don't think I cut this side right. I'm gonna score here anyways. So you see how it's nicely flat against the board? So from there, I'm going to score, and here on the bottom you can determine if you want to score it from a 1 inch, and you still have a little bit of flap to flip it over, or you can score it at a 1/4 inch, but it's up to you how much room you want from top to bottom. So for me, I'm gonna score it at 1 inch, like that, okay? And we fold. Once again, these are just my measurements that I guessed, and it's up to you if you guys want to use this. So from here, we get our scissors. We're gonna cut between this line here at the bottom, okay? And then we're gonna cut little triangles. One here, one here. We cut it on, let me see, this side too. And then from here, we're gonna cut this little square that is here, which I need to figure it out where it is. Okay. And again, we cut little triangles. It's very easy, like from once you have the measurements, like you can always follow this envelope as a pattern. Like you can always like guess from there, because that's what I'm doing right now. That's how I got the measurements. And then from here, before you put it all together, you're gonna get your bubble wrap, and you're gonna see you have to leave at least a 1/4 inch from the paper, like that, okay? So you don't want to cover your entire paper with bubble wrap, because the reason being is because you have to leave at least an inch from the top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave an inch, and actually, you know what, let's do this. Let's score the other side too. That way we know that we're not supposed to cover that with bubble wrap. So here I'm just going to eyeball it as well. That's what I do. And I'm just gonna randomly cut it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna cut it maybe up to here, I guess. And then from the bottom, it looks like I left like 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then you can leave it like this and then close it, but what I like to do is cut my bubble wrap in half, like this. Okay, so bubbles side up, like this. Make sure you guys can see me, like this. Okay, so again, on either side, we're gonna leave a 1/4 inch for the folds. So here we get our double-sided tape. You know, roughly measured. One right here. Of course, you can put more double-sided tape. I don't think it's necessary to put a lot of double-sided tape on your paper. By the way, I'm sick. Sorry if I sound like, oh my god, sad and like box music. But I am sick. I woke up with a sore throat one day. Make sure your bubble wrap touches the line that you just, the score mark, the score line from the top. Like that. Okay. So now we're gonna fold our paper like this. Okay. So let me see. Sorry for turning this paper around so much. So I should turn you guys here. I'm gonna move. There, much better. I don't know why I didn't do that first. So on one side we do not have the score line, and on one side we do. So on the one side that we do not have a score line, we're gonna bring our little flap on top, okay? And then we're gonna fold this onto the score line. And if you like, you can put let me do it actually. We're gonna put score tape so that this part can glue onto that side, so it can stick on that side. This score tape is from, this double-sided tape is from Daiso. I really love it a lot. So bring this side onto the folded side. Oh. Okay. So now you have your two end flaps on here. I don't think I cut this side right, but you guys should cut it right. And then we put as much double-sided tape here on the ends, because you don't want your package to rip and for your items to come out of the package. Well, that was a total big fail. I did not do that right. Okay, so you see how easy that was? Sorry this video was long, but again, you can make your own measurements here. And we have our bag. Yay! You know, to be honest, I feel like this one is taller than the first one I made. You see, like every time it comes out different, even though I use the same measurements. You see, this one is bigger. I actually like this one. So to get this size, it's going to be 16 and a half inches long by 12 inches. And then you just go around with your paper trimmer and barely trim the edges. Okay, so ladies, thank you so much for watching, and gentlemen, hope you like this video. Please don't go by my measurements. You can always switch it to yours, whichever measurement works for you. Let me know, that way I can follow it. This is just, like I said, I did use the same measurements and they both look different. One is shorter than the other. So yeah, so as you can see, it has a nice finish on the front and in the back as well too. So you can only see the folded parts here in the bottom, and in a little triangle space, well, not really a space, you can just see how it folds nicely here on the back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys liked this tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.